Okay, so I'm going to be making Lady Gaga's outfit from her telephone video, the leopard one. And this is the leopard material I found. It's a stretch one. It has a little bit of shine to it. A glimmer, not sure you can see. Well, geez, just got a text. Anyways, now I'm just pinning on, this is for the legs. It's just pretty much like a tight legging. So there's like, you cut two pieces, that's why I fold it in half. And I'm just going to extend this a bit longer. So I'm just going to cut this out now. Okay, for the crotch part, you want to cut this kind of like oval shape. I did this in my short shorts as well. And then this is just the material, and then this is just a piece of lining, so that when you put the two legs together, it will fit much better. So I'm just going to base this first. Okay, so you want to finish the hem off on the bottom leg hole first, so I just fold this over and I'm just sewing this straight down, and do that on both legs. Next, you fold the leg in half, and then you pin along the inner seam, and then just serge across or sew with the machine. Okay, the next step is to pin this little gusset to all the right sides together to one side of the leg. This is in the crotch seam. We're going to serge this first, and then we're going to attach the two legs together. Okay, so I pinned the two legs together, and that's the gusset right there. That's the big U part. So now I'm just going to serge the two legs together. So after the pants are together, so it looks like a pair of pants, you get the thick elastic for the waistband, and I just already measured mine out and I zigzagged together. And then we're just use my machine and serge, attach the elastic on. For the elastic, you can just measure it around your waist and cut it a bit tighter, and that's the length that you need. Okay, to finish up the hem, I already serged the elastic on. You just fold it over once, and from the right side or the wrong side, whatever, you pin it down, and then I'm just going to zigzag the hem. Okay, so finish the elastic, like this, and pants, legs. So now to start the top for this leopard outfit, this is just the turtleneck part because it's just a really high neck. This is the basic of it, but I'm just going to cut it a bit longer so that it'll be longer. And then you only need one sleeve right here. Because she only has one sleeve on the right arm, so I'm just gonna trace that down and then cut it out. Just using the pattern of a regular like a skating outfit, I'm just using the top just so I can get that triangle piece there, and it's just a basic outfit. It's for stretch fabrics. For the body part, I just use the bodysuit part, and it has like a crotch like a bathing suit, but I cut it longer because I wanted to go lower. And then this is the front piece, and you cut both on a fold, and then you'll join it afterwards, and make sure that you line this up so that it's the same length. And then I'm just going to cut around this part. Okay, so now I just want to pin the front and the back to body, and then I'm just going to serge across here. That's the main body. And then for the neck piece, you baste first, sew the hem, the seam, and then we're going to attach it to the main body, just like this. And for the left armhole, you can just serge this off, and you can finish off the hem here because we'll be joining the sleeve on the other side. Okay, so I just finished the top. I finished the seams here, and I sewed on the neck part, and I finished the hem here. And now for the left sleeve here, and to make the hem, you fold up this part, and then you fold this part over, and then we'll finish the hem first, and then we'll attach a little loop so it can hook like on your middle finger, and then we'll like fold it in half and serge the seam. Okay, so I finished the hem on the bottom part, and then you just want to sew a piece of elastic to the tip, so that when you put it on, you can attach it to your ring finger, so it's kind of like this, like she has in her video. So I'm just gonna use my hand and just hand sew it in. I just fold it in half, and we're gonna serge the seam right here. That's kind of it for the top. I finished off attach the sleeve. I'm just gonna finish off the hem of the bottom, and then I'm gonna probably use like fabric paint or maybe black, and we'll sew on like the black kind of rib cage, and same with on the back. For the shirt, she has like a rib cage kind of drawn on, because it's like a skeleton kind of material in black, so I'm just using a black fabric marker pen, and so I'm going to draw on like this kind of a design here. This is for the front, and this is the back. For the hat, I'm just using this black hat, just a simple regular hat. And we're going to cover it with this leopard material. So I just cut the square. And then we're going to pin this down and sew on the circle part first. And then we'll trim it down. And then we'll sew on the strip around to cover it. And we want to leave the black flap here open. And then I'm going to make another headpiece, kind of like just like a drape thing that she wears around her head to cover your head. Okay, after you finish sewing the circle part on, you just go around and trim it down. And then we're going to make a nice strip to cover this part, and then go all the way around, and we'll sew that on to cover the side part. I just cut a really long strip here. We're going to fold this over so that's a nice finish, and then pin all the way around. And when you get to the other end, we'll just fold it over and pin it again. And make sure this part just a lot of pinning. Afterwards, then we'll just trim and then fold again, and then finish off this part so it'll be nice and clean. Okay, next after I sew this on, I just trim this down a bit. What I'm going to do is fold this under, and then pin along here, and then we'll sew along all the way around. And we want to keep this black part just black. We're not going to cover this part. Okay, so I finished the hat, and just like this, just covered the thing. And now for like the headpiece thing, I'm gonna try and make the shape kind of looking like this, where that's where the face is, and this is the back of the head. So I just cut a piece of fabric here, and it's kind of like rounded. So I'm gonna serge this side, and then try it on and like adjust and cut this opening for the face more. And then we have to also attach this bottom place. Okay, so I made the shape, serge this part there, and curve the opening a bit more. I'm just gonna finish off the hem here, and as well as this part, so then it's like a hood when you wear it. Just like this, and then this will bundle up around the neck, and then you just place the hat over top. So that's it for the hood and the hat part. Okay, to make the little finger gloves, like these little black things, just cut a rectangle and then fold it in half and finish off two of the edges, and then it's like a tube, so it just like slides on, just to finish off like that.